hydraulic struts for the bonnet. How premium is that?
What a pleasure, everyone. Modernized, more desirable, aluminum or something, you know, or some trim over here. It's all just gray plastic, guys. Woo! I have a lot of legroom, everyone.
It's so comfortable in here!
Bravo! It is right next to me, everyone, the Skoda Octavia. You know, for a very long time, the Skoda Octavia has earned a popular reputation amongst cyclists, and I've seen this every single time. Here in Belgium, I'm from a town just outside of Brussels, and in this town, we always have a cycling race annually. And in the cycling race, we get to see tons of modified cars for the cycling team. And majority of them are always Skodas. Now, many of you are probably wondering, what is the Skoda Octavia and what makes it separate to the Skoda Superb? Here's the primary difference between the Octavia and the Superb. The Octavia is a C-segment car, whereas the Superb is a D-segment car. Another thing we can also establish is that because this Skoda Octavia is a C-segment car, it was based on the same platform as the Volkswagen Golf. Now, don't forget the Volkswagen Golf also had an estate variant. When this generation was released, it sold like hot cakes. In my town, I see at least 7 different Octavias on a daily basis. Today is the day I am going to investigate what makes this Octavia so desirable and what makes this Octavia the top choice for cyclists, especially cycling teams. But before I get on with my investigation, I would first like to tell you all that this Skoda Octavia is 43,000 euros. Is this good value for money or not? We're gonna find out in a moment, everyone. Let's get on with this review right now. We all are aware that it's not enough for the Volkswagen Group to be good quality. So they figured they also have to be economic. And here I show you all the economic values of this Skoda Octavia. Over here is a 1.5 petrol engine, or shall I say mild hybrid petrol engine, guys. Mild hybrid means big influence on taxations, and this should be not expensive to insure. Oh, and speaking of premium touches, you get hydraulic struts for the bonnet. How premium is that? You don't see this very often on C-segment cars now, do you?
Here is the exterior design of the Skoda Octavia. We're going to start with the front, everyone. The front looks very nice. It has a very strong Skoda identity, likewise. It looks no different to other Skoda models I've seen before. The grille is very nice. First of all, I really like how all the grills are occupied. So there's no hard plastic that's just all conspicuous or anything. The hard plastic is over here, but otherwise all the grills are open, and that's good. Very nice. And then so is the similar pattern going on down here. In fact, this particular shape is quite common amongst the Volkswagen Group. You get some extra lightings down there, and you do get parking sensors, everyone. You do get an air vent over there, everyone. A real air vent. If there's anything about the Skoda Octavia that really impresses me, it's got to be the wheel. I love the design of this wheel. I like how it has a 5-spoke like design. Judging by these markings on the door, you do get keyless entry, and it's the same case for the rear doors. So that's a plus. I like how they designed the bonnet as well. The bonnet is quite interesting. So the edge of the bonnet is right here. It goes until the straight line over here, which is just the rest of the design of the Octavia. And then over here is the rear of the Skoda Octavia, everyone. Looks very nice, very good. I'm impressed with the design. In fact, I was very impressed with the design overall. The exterior design looks very modernized. And then a reoccurring theme I've noticed about the Octavia is that it seems ever so slightly more round-edged than the last generation. A prominent advantage I see of this Skoda Octavia is the absence of hard plastic on the exterior. The exterior looks almost premium. It's so good. What a pleasure, everyone. Look at this. In fact, there's no hard plastic down here even. It's so good. It makes makes you feel like you've bought a premium package. I like this. There's something about the side view of the Skoda Octavia, especially from this angle, that reminds me very, very much of the previous generations, especially the second generation and the third generation. Here's the rear lights. The rear lights is quite interesting. In fact, to employ this sort of design, it kind of reminds me of something Audi did a few years ago. Identity is rich and style is rich. There's nothing to complain about. First of all, the first questionable aspect I'd like to remark is that the grille is beautiful, but then at the same time you see prominence of some qualities down there. And this just really does not look appealing, in my opinion. And especially let alone for a price of 43,000 euros, you would expect it to look a bit more on the premium side. The only parking aid you will have on this Skoda Octavia is parking sensors at the back and at the front. But there's no sign of parking camera whatsoever. For a price of 43,000 euros, I find this very, very, very alarming. Because most competitors at this price for a C-segment estate wagon, they would offer it. In fact, it would be standard at that price. Time to explore the interior, everyone. Here is the interior of the Skoda Octavia, everyone. I have to confess, I'm very impressed, first of all, with this new styling. The new theme of this interior is absolutely stunning, modernized, more desirable, and what can I complain about? Nothing. So everything is logically laid out. This is the Germanic thing about the Skoda. This is the advantage I've seen about the Volkswagen group. They tend to put everything at logic locations. So over here you have some climate controls, but I see that there's not many controls over here because it seems as though they've moved everything onto the infotainment system. So here you have some basic controls, including the central lock button. But for the rest of the controls, more details, they are all on the infotainment system. Now, it's always pleasant to have control of certain things, especially not in the infotainment system. But whether this is questionable or not, you all be the judge, because this is something which Tesla and Volvo sort of started. Then the PSA group kind of grew from this, and now the Volkswagen group have also started employing a similar thing where everything goes on the infotainment system and there's less buttons. Now the advantage it has is modernization. It makes the car look more appealing and modern. Very good. But the disadvantage it has is long-term reliability. But then again, you all be the judge. And then you do get a digital instrument cluster. Very nice. And then over here is the steering wheel. By the way, I like how premium it feels. The feel of the steering wheel is quite nice. I like this fabric. This is far better than the Skoda Karoq I saw the other day, guys. The Skoda Karoq had this like sports steering wheel, which I felt did not pair well with the theme. But this Skoda Octavia has a nice steering wheel, which is pleasant to feel. And then also the controls over here are quite pleasant. And I like the two-spoke steering wheel it has. It's so cute, actually. Now this is a beautiful transmission, guys. I mean, I like the quality of it, and it's quite nice, nicely detailed. This is another Volkswagen Group trait right here. To the big thing this interior is known for. Practicality solutions, everyone. So let's explore the practicality solutions. This is the glove box of the Skoda Octavia. The glove box is quite pleasant. It's as good as it has to be for a C-segment car. It's quite nice, yeah, it's quite good. And I like the material it's lined with inside. Similar case for the door, everyone. The door bin is very nice. It's quite good. It's quite long. And here you get this much space, so I'm sure it can fit a big water bottle. And then it's lined with a certain material. This material is good because it prevents rattling noises. So let's say you stored some coins in there or some loose materials. When the car is on the run, whether heavy acceleration or heavy braking, or whether you're constantly opening and closing the door, there's less noise, and this makes it a more pleasant experience. And then over here you do get extra storage, everyone. Now over here is the area where Skoda really does shine. Like, first of all, this is a very nicely detailed cup holder. It's so easy to live with, especially when you have a bottle. And then this is a nice detail to add as well. I believe this is for your key and for your coins. Very practical. And then over here is where Volkswagen Group cars have some problems, because first of all, absence of 12-volt socket over here. There's no 12-volt socket, but you always get these two sockets, these 2 points, guys. I noticed Volkswagen has an obsession for this, and I've never seen this in other car manufacturers. So whether it's questionable or not, you all be the judge. But what I already found questionable is how they're just like this, in this position, exposed. It's almost as if it was an afterthought. Alright guys, so this is the central console storage. Not as spacious as I was hoping for it to be. It's not very deep. Okay, well I guess the reason why it's not so deep is probably because there's probably so much storage solution in this interior that Skoda probably thinks you will split the storage spaces. So you'll use this for storing something, then you'll use the other storage areas for storing something. So I guess that makes sense. But then this doubles as a armrest, guys, a proper armrest. So is this too low for you? There. Now it's at a proper height for you, more comfortable. And if it's too high for you, there, you can adjust it to your needs. And you do get extra storage solutions up here, guys, and this has to be one of the largest glasses holder I've ever seen, guys. I mean, look at it, and the quality is so good. This is a positive evolution from last generation. This is very good. But upon exploring the interior, I've also noticed some questionable aspects. The first questionable aspect I would like to point out is, first of all, for a price of 43,000 euros, this whole area over here looks a bit basic. For example, you get nice leather right here, right? It's squidgy and everything. That's good. And over here as well. But then when I put my hand over here, all I'm greeted with is plastic. Plastic over here, although the plastic has a nice design here. But then this armrest, but then this handle over here is just pure plastic. It's, yeah. And then also the window buttons and the mirror controls. By the way, the mirrors are heated. That's a plus. But then what I found questionable is that everything over here is just plastic. There's no chrome touch or any aluminum or something, you know, or some trim over here. It's all just gray plastic, guys. You know, I ask myself, 43,000 euros and you're greeted with this sort of controls, which are probably good quality plastic, but then at the same time, wouldn't you want some liveliness? Another questionable aspect I've noticed, and I've noticed a similar problem with other Skoda models, is that they have an obsession for very nice designs, but that have some, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, for example, every time I open this door, this area over here, this right here, this area can act like a scissor. So whenever I open the door and then let go, my finger, this particular finger, gets stuck in between the plastic and the door handle, the door latch. Whenever I open the door of the Skoda Octavia or Skoda models with this sort of door handle, I always pull it from here. Another questionable aspect I found a bit alarming is the absence of 12-volt sockets, guys. I looked everywhere in this interior and I could not spot a single 12-volt socket. Yeah, for a price of 43,000 euros, I find this a bit questionable. First of all, for a price of 43,000 euros, the seats are fabric. Now, whether it's questionable or not, I guess if you're a cyclist, you may find it you might see advantage in this, but then again, also for a price of 43,000 euros, you don't get electric seating adjustments. You only get manual seating adjustments. Now over to the rear of the Skoda Octavia. I have a lot of legroom, everyone. Lots of knee room. And I also have a lot of headroom, guys. Wow! That's so spacious! It's so comfortable in here! Guys, this rear is full of surprises. I mean, I sit on the rear seat and it's super comfortable. It's like a couch. Of course, as you'd expect, a nice handle over here, which is good quality, a nice coat hook on both sides, and beacon of hope lightings. Wow. So you do get air vents, which have no climate control to it. And then also over here, you do get pockets at the rear. Very nice. And double pockets, by the way. So you get a small pocket and you get the big pocket. And you do get a 230-volt socket right there. Little storage over here. And those two connection points, which I also saw earlier at the front.
So here's my conclusion of the Skoda Octavia, everyone. I believe this 4th generation Skoda Octavia is very, very promising. In fact, it's a very big step ahead for the Volkswagen group. They always try to aim for perfection, and this is evident with the Skoda Octavia. Now, for a price of 43,000 euros, is this Skoda Octavia good value for money or not? I have to say, guys, alright, I have to say this car is between good and okay value for money. The reason I'd say good is because I really like the design. The design is a big step ahead. In fact, I find it far more desirable than ever. I love the Skoda Octavia, but the reason why I say okay value for money is because I found some things alarming, like the absence of certain essential equipment. I could not understand what was going on over there, especially the interior. The interior was supposed to have some more things, I believe, but for a price of 43,000 euros, some things are missing in the interior. Unless this car was dedicated to a cyclist, that makes a lot of sense, because when you're cycling, you don't care about luxury, you care about practicality. You need to go from A to B and then get on with your cycling. So, well, yeah, but then what if I'm not a cyclist? No wonder here in Belgium, Skoda Octavias have a popular reputation as company cars. So you want my opinion of the Skoda Octavia? Oh, I love the Skoda Octavia! I love the Skoda Octavia. I believe this Skoda Octavia is very, very promising. In fact, it's a big step ahead for the Volkswagen group. I really like the design. But then again, I really do wish Skoda do some improvement with their pricing, especially the Volkswagen group. They have beautiful cars, beautiful quality, unquestionable driving pleasure, but the equipment list always lies as a question. No wonder they're popular as company cars, but then what about personal cars? Well, you all be the judge. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos that are on the run.